All right, so let's just start with the straight up definition of alcoholic. There isn't really one. When you look up alcoholic definition online, it comes up with alcohol use disorder, which we will get into later because that is a different way of saying alcoholic that people are more comfortable with. I still don't use that. I don't feel comfortable with that. I'll get into all that later. But let's just go into the definition of alcoholic and what's provided for us here online. So a lot of times when you look up a word and you want to know the definition, it's like, here's the word, here's the definition. That's not really the case with alcoholic. It pulls up all these different articles describing what makes an alcoholic. And I think that's part of the reason it bothers me is because it's like, what is an alcoholic? You know what I mean? There's not an exact definition for it, which is confusing. So I'm going to read what they have here. This is from the Mayo Clinic, mayoclinic.org. What defines you as an alcoholic? It says continuing to drink alcohol even though you know it's causing physical, social, work, or relationship problems. Giving up or reducing social and work activities and hobbies to use alcohol. Using alcohol in situations where it's not safe, such as when driving or swimming. Swimming. Okay. So that is what the Mayo Clinic says is an alcoholic. Let's check out this article from pinelandsrecovery.com. Alcoholism is defined by alcohol dependence, which is the body's physical inability to stop drinking and the presence of alcohol cravings. Okay, that makes sense. That's a little bit closer to a definition, I feel, and that's defining alcoholism. But yeah, it's a little tricky to find an exact definition. And so some people feel that that word doesn't label them because they don't even really know what it means. But yeah, you can do some research and find out generally what alcoholism or being an alcoholic means. I think we, for the most part, kind of understand what that is. But the reason that I don't feel comfortable with the word alcoholic is because I'm not that anymore. And I just want to start by saying that in AA, you have to say that you're an alcoholic, even when you're in recovery, even when you have 2 years sober, you still say, hi, I'm so-and-so, I'm an alcoholic. You know, it's kind of what they pride themselves on. They say, if you are an alcoholic, you'll always be an alcoholic. And that is their perspective. That's their MO. And if that works for you, then great. Run with that. Like, I think coming to terms with the fact that you had a problem or you were an alcoholic or however you want to phrase it, I do think that that is beneficial to healing. In the beginning of my sobriety, I said that I just didn't want to drink. I think I was heading down a bad path. It's not good for me, all these different things. And then about a month in, I kind of confessed to my partner at the time that I think I had a problem with alcohol. I still never used the word alcoholic for me. For me, that didn't work. I don't like it. I feel negative. I'm going to go into more reasons why I don't use it. But for other people, part of identifying the problem and coming to terms with the fact that you had a problem is calling yourself an alcoholic. And I think it helps people stay away from booze because they recognize that they'll always have that problem. They'll never be able to drink responsibly. And so I think for a lot of people, that word really helps. So if that is you, fantastic. Use that word all you want. I am in no way talking down on people who identify as alcoholics. I think it is good for healing. It obviously works for a lot of people. So you do you, and I will do me. And me don't like alcoholic as a word.